And moving on to the visuals you're going to see on your screens very, very shortly. They are familiar, but now at the heart of a raging debate. Whether these be the stray dogs, pigeon feeding, or stray cattle while driving on roads, all three have had strong observations and orders from the courts in India recently. The strongest coming from the Supreme Court, asking and pushing for stray-free localities, and the localities more specifically in the Delhi NCR region. Various state courts have also demanded that strays should be removed from streets. And that debate and decision by courts has caused ripple effects across states. The order and action of keeping the strays away, some say, do not solve any problem. But at the same time, there is also an alarming number of dog bites and dog menace, as well as pigeon feeding menace and nuisance, along with stray cattle problem that India is faced with. Let's begin with what's happening in Bengaluru. The number are currently alarming. In the past 6 months alone, 13,831 dog bite cases have been reported within the BBMP limits. Meanwhile, in Mumbai, pigeons are making news. Acting on a Bombay High Court order, the BMC has now banned pigeon feeding spots across the city, a decision that's not gone down very well with several religious communities, especially the Jains. And in Tamil Nadu, it's dogs and cattle creating chaos. The Madurai bench of Madras High Court has now directed the state government to take urgent action against the menace of stray cattle and dog incidents that have already led to accidents and fatalities. Now, while these are three different cities, different problems, but the question is same. What's the way forward? Do we round up all of these animals and send them to shelters? And if we do the states have enough shelter homes? If you ask the animal rights activists, they're overcrowded, underfunded, and in some cases lack basic hygiene. In fact, they long say the answer lies in solutions, mass sterilization, stricter enforcement of feeding regulation, and public awareness campaigns. But residents also argue that they need immediate relief from daily encounters, and they have already cost the lives and livelihoods of people. So where do we draw the line between compassion and safety of people? But more importantly, who is responsible for finding that balance? The court, the government, or all of us? As the debate over stray dog menace continues in the country, BBMP has now come out with shocking data. Over the past 6 months alone, about 13,831 dog bite cases have been reported within the Bruhat Bengaluru Mahanagarpalike limits. May was the peak month with 2,562 bites, while February recorded the lowest with 1,883 bites. Karnataka at large witnessed a 36% increase in dog bite incidents during the first half of 2025 compared to the same period last year. The state now requires around 38,000 to 40,000 rabies vaccines monthly to combat potential infections. All government hospitals are required to provide free treatment and vaccine to dog bite victims. Now, despite awareness campaigns by BBMP, bite numbers remain high, prompting new strategies like One Dog, One House initiative, which is aimed at assigning caretakers for stray dogs. BBMP Special Health Commissioner has highlighted challenges due to the Supreme Court ruling slowing down some control measures.
You don't have any pounds, neither in Bangalore, nor do you have any pounds anywhere else in India. What you should be doing is having an excellent ABC program. Now, Bangalore's ABC centers have again and again been condemned for the last 5 years by the Animal Welfare Board of India, because many of the ABC people doing it are relocating the dogs, and are giving them a disease called distemper and throwing them out onto the road. Now, if the ABC centers could just get better,
Right.
Bangalore Municipal Corporation is one of the best corporations because they listen to people. The second thing I'm going to urge in dog bites, please remember that these dog bites data is based on the number of anti-rabies injections that are given. Now, if somebody is bitten, they get 5 injections. But the rabies data or the injection data counts, have to divide all your bites by 5. How much does that come to? Then you have to rejig the data to also find out how many of these bites are given by pet dogs. Bangalore has a huge number of pet shops which are illegal. They have been banned since 2018. And in spite of everyone asking for them to be shut down, they continue to sell hundreds of dogs a day. Now, those bites which have been investigated are 70% from pet dogs. So, what does that further brings down the street dog biting? So, while even one bite is too much, the point is that this is not the bhayanak figures that you're giving out here. 13,000 bites. 13,000 divided by 5 and then divided into pet dogs and street dogs. And then you will arrive at a correct figure.
And in the heart of Delhi, Animal Ren Basera is more than just a shelter. It's a lifeline to nearly 150 rescued dogs. But behind the wagging tails and loving eyes lies a staggering cost. Nearly 6 lakh rupees a month to keep them fed, cared for and healthy.
After the suo motu cognizance of the Supreme Court of India to relocate all the dogs in Delhi NCR, I'm here at the Animal Ren Basera Center in Delhi, and I have with me the president of this Ren Basera Center, which has about 150 dogs here. Sir, thank you for talking to News 9. सर, यहाँ पे आप कह रहे हैं कि आपके पास 150 डॉग्स अवेलेबल हैं, रहते हैं यहाँ पे. क्या खर्चा आता है पर डे इन सब की देखभाल करने में आपको?
मैम, हमारा तो जो खाने का खर्च है वो एक दिन में 5,000 है और टोटल जैसे 1 डॉग का खर्च है वो 150 है. इसमें ट्रीटमेंट कॉस्ट शामिल नहीं है, ट्रीटमेंट कॉस्ट अलग है. तो लगभग हमारा 6 लाख का बजट है और जिसमें हमें सरकारी कोई सुविधा नहीं मिलती है किसी भी तरह की, ना फंड ना कोई सामान ना कैसे भी. ये हमारा ट्रस्ट है एनिमल रेन बसेरा, उसके 15-16 मेंबर हैं जो अपनी सैलरी से या अपने बिजनेस से या फिर अपनी बचत से वो थोड़ा थोड़ा जो ट्रस्ट का अकाउंट है उसमें पैसे डालते हैं और उससे ये सारा काम चलता है.
जी सर, मैं ये देख सकती हूँ कि वी हैव सब डॉग कैनल्स हियर एज वेल. सर, इनको बनाने में क्या प्राइसेस आता है आप मुझे बताएं. पर डॉग को कितना एरिया की आवश्यकता होती है?
देखिए, जो ये साइज़ है ये बहुत अच्छा भी नहीं है, बहुत ख़राब भी नहीं है, मीडियम है. और ये साइज़ है आगे से 4 फीट और 6 फीट और 6 फीट ये एरिया है. तो इसको पूरा बनाने में करीब 30,000 का खर्च आता है एक केबिन को बनाने में.
केबिन को बनाने में 30,000 का खर्चा इधर आता है.
और यहाँ पर 29 केबिन है हमारे पास.
29 केबिन्स हैं. सर, आप मुझे ये बताएं, ये डॉग्स की वैक्सीनेशन में कितना पैसा लगता होगा?
ये मैडम देखिए, डॉग का जो अभी तो मीडिया में जो चल रहा है या फिर ज़्यादा लोगों को पता है वो रेबीज़ का ही पता है. रेबीज़ के अलावा भी 3 वैक्सीन और होते हैं जो बहुत ज़रूरी होते हैं, जिसमें कोरोना का है, एक कैनल कफ है, DHPP है जिसमें 9 तरह की बीमारियाँ कवर होती हैं. तो वो सारी वैक्सीन और रेबीज़ है, वो सारी वैक्सीन लगाने में हम लोगों को 1500 का कॉस्ट आता है जो हम लोग हर डॉग को प्रॉपर लगाते हैं.
सर, खाने में क्या खर्चा आता है? कितने टाइम इन्हें खाना देना पड़ता है? कितना खर्चा होता है पर डे का, पर महीने का?
खाने में मैडम देखिए, एक बार खाना बनता है उसमें 5,000 का खर्च आता है और हम लोग 2 बार खाना देते हैं. अब जैसे 11 बजे देंगे इनको, फिर शाम को 7 बजे से पहले दे देंगे. तो 2 टाइम हम लोग देते हैं. और जो ह्यूमन चिकन का यूज़ करते हैं, इतनी मात्रा में चिकन खाते हैं तो वो चिकन तो खा लेते हैं मगर उनको ये नहीं पता होता कि उसका जो बोन हड्डी बचती है वो कहाँ जाती है. वो सारी हड्डी मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा क्वांटिटी में डॉग शेल्टर में आती है। उस हड्डी को डॉग खा लेते हैं और उसको साफ कर देते हैं एनवायरनमेंट को।
जी सर, और साथ ही सर जब किसी डॉग को जैसे कोई डिसीज़ हो जाए तो फिर उस पे क्या खर्चा आता है पर डॉग का या पर महीने, आप बताना चाहेंगे?
मैम देखिए, हम जो डॉक्टर को बिल पे करते हैं इसमें डॉक्टर का बिल है, क्योंकि गवर्नमेंट की सुविधा कोई ऐसी है नहीं खास, और इसमें लेबोरेटरी है साथ में, फिर सर्जन है, 3 डिपार्टमेंट है। तो सबसे पहले हम लोग डॉक्टर को दिखाते हैं। डॉक्टर का हमारा पर मंथ का बिल जो है 20 से 25,000 होता है।
All right, that's 150 dogs requiring 6 lakh rupees a month. Now multiply that with 10 lakh and that's a staggering figure that the state government will have to shell out to put all dogs away from Delhi NCR. Meanwhile, people are troubled by the increase in number of dog bite cases and are now terming the Supreme Court verdict for Delhi as a relief for them.
I'm reporting from Bengali market where the former Union Minister Vijay Goyal ji is currently holding a thank you march, a Dhanyavad Yatra for the Supreme Court's suo motu cognizance against the dog bites happening in New Delhi area and also the NCR area. He is welcoming the Supreme Court's directive to relocate all the stray dogs here in Delhi NCR. And I also have with me currently from the Ashok Vihar RWA executive member. Sir, how you are welcoming this order of the Supreme Court?
This is actually awaited, and we people were fed up with the dog lover nuisance. And I don't know, these dog lover had such a big lobby that they were influencing the political parties also. But Supreme Court has taken a bold decision, and it's a breakthrough. And definitely it will make liberty to walk on the roads in the park. And where I am residing in Ashok Vihar, this dog lover has even captured the children park. And our kids are not able to walk there or play over there. And only they were just feeding the dogs, and they were generating more and more dogs. This was hell. And Supreme Court has given a marvelous historical, and it should be not only for Delhi, but it should be in the whole country. And even developed countries, they do have no dogs, dogs free countries. But why not? Why we people are handling? Because of the psychology of these dog lovers.
Right, sir. Do you think the Delhi government will be able to relocate all the stray dogs in your area?
When there has been direction, there will be some way out also, and definitely Delhi government, MCD will join together, and public will also join to create more and more dog shelter so that they can be respectfully placed over there, and society should be free from these dog biting and fear